Hello, and thanks for joining me again for another training session on how to use your Posterita point of sale software. Today we're going to cover the basics of the Make a Sale screen and some of the different payment options that we have in the system. So let's take a look at this. First, let's go to Make a Sale. This brings up the actual sales screen for the point of sale system. So notice over here that we have a list of products. This is considered the primary level of products. Now as we click through here, you see that there's also a secondary level. The way these products are designed is it builds a product tree. So when you click on them, you basically have different subsections breaking down. For example, we have drinks and then the subcategory of the type of drinks. So that's basically how the product feature works in Posterita, and it just makes it easier for you to search for your different products. Now you can also search for your product up here at the top by either typing in the name of the product, your barcode number, or the description of the product as well. Now over here on the top window field, we have a section for the customers. So if you want to search for your customer, let's just type in ALE, we'll search for our customer Alex. You can type in ALE and you'll notice that everything that comes up actually has an ALE contained in there. So then you can just select your customer. And then if you click on here, we'll actually pull up your customer's photograph and their business information. Now let's just add some items to our sales screen. Now this field over here is actually reflecting your receipt. So it's basically acts as a shopping cart for your customer. So let's go ahead and add in some products. Now notice that I have added two of the same products into the window, but they're actually shown on separate lines. The reason we did this is because you might sell one and then have a second item that you want to sell on discount, maybe a buy one get one half off offer. So what you can do is we can actually highlight this item as a second item and then add in the discount that we want to add in. Now this discount screen is pretty complex, it's very comprehensive. So notice down here that we have some of the permissions that are provided. So we have override limit price, allow discount on total, and then discount limit 100%. So all of these can be actually set and assigned according to the roles that the user has in the system. So let's just go ahead and say that we have a 20% discount on this second item. So once we clicked 20% discount on this item, notice that it discounted it automatically by 20%. Now if we want items on the same line, that's fine too. We don't have to add in a full list of the same item. All you have to do is select this one item and then we can actually click add and it will automatically add in the total. Or if we have a large number of items, we can actually type in the number as well. So that just makes, there's many different ways to actually add it into the system. So notice here we've got a full 10 items of the same item on the same line. Now let's take a look at some of the other buttons that we have on the Make a Sale screen. We have the product info, which if you click in here, it actually gives you your product information for the product that you have highlighted on the sales receipt. So you can see a picture of a product, you can see the sales price and then the original sales price, whether the price excludes tax, etc. So it all depends on how you actually entered this product in the system, and it also shows you the primary group and secondary group that it's under as well. And then finally over here you have your stock numbers. Next thing that we can do is say you have a customer that comes up and you're processing the sale and maybe they forgot an item or they had to run out of the store on an emergency. So basically what you can do is if you want to use save, you can actually save this order and put it on hold and then go back into the system later on when your customer returns and pull it up and they can check out. Split order is actually for assigning commissions to different sales reps. A neat thing too that we have is over here on the left bottom side, this shows you the salesperson that is actually clocked into the system. Now if we click on more over here, You'll notice it'll take us to another panel. These are some of the more advanced features in Posterita. So for example, you can backdate a sale. You can also change the tax. This is typically not something that you'd want to change once you have it set, but the capability is there. Another neat feature is you can import a CSV for an order. So this would be very useful if you had a very large order of items. Say for example, you're a building materials supply store and you have a lot of lumber for a contractor that you've sold to that you've actually got to put into an order. That would be a great case to use this import CSV file. Another thing you can do with change user is simply change user for setting discount permissions. This is basically if a manager has to come in and authorize a discount that's given on a sale. So the manager would just come in and enter their PIN to be able to change the discount amount. And finally, create a new item is the same create new item feature that we have in inventory. It's just here, it makes it a little bit more convenient to access. So let's take a look at the checkout features. Now we're going to take a look at checkout down here. First of all, we have the tender type of cash. So let's go ahead and run this sale as cash. And you notice that cash tendered was $20, change due is $272, and it actually shows the change amount up here at the top as well. So everything's very, very easy to read. Now let's take a look at running an order with a check. To run a check, all we do is you must enter a check number. Simple as that. Pretty straightforward. Now the next thing that you'd want to look at is payment by credit card. Let's take a look at this. Now we actually have this system integrated with a preferred payment processor that has partnered with Posterita. We offer 5. This is actually a hosted form. It is not built into Posterita, so this form is highly secure. So another thing that having an integrated payment processor does to benefit you is if you have to do a refund for this customer's purchase on the credit card, the system will do it automatically. So again, there's a lot of benefits to going with an integrated payment processor with Posterita. So let's just go ahead and cancel out of there. Now, the voucher feature is something that will be coming soon. It's not currently functioning, but stay tuned as we always have great new features planned. Another way that a customer can check out is by using a customer line of credit. So let's take a look at that feature. Alright, so we've added this item in, and we want to go ahead and extend a line of credit to our customer Alex that's in the system. So here's his customer information. Now notice it says credit status, credit watch. So we're going to hit OK, and I want to show you what happens when we check out with a credit watch on his account. Notice that it says invalid credit status, reason credit watch. Okay, so what we need to do is go into Alex's customer account and check on his credit information. In order to do that, we'll go to customer and click view a customer. Let's pull up Alex's account. Here's his account. Here's his information. So what I want to do is go ahead and edit his credit status. Now we see his credit limit's $500 and he's on credit watch, so I'm just going to go ahead and tell the system that his credit's okay and hit save. Now let's go back to our make a sale screen and let's go ahead and try to check him out with our credit. Okay, notice that I updated the system, but it's still telling us that there's a credit watch on his account. That's because the information has not been updated because it's cached. So let's go ahead and re-enter the information in the system. And here you see it says credit status is okay. So let's go ahead and check out and hit customer credit. do you want to deliver the products now? Now, this is a great way that this customer credit feature can work for layaway customers, because if you hit no later, then you are able to lay their products away and they can come in and make payments on the account, and then you can actually deliver it at a later date. But for right now, we're just going to go ahead and say, yes, the items will be delivered. And here you see that the account is marked as outstanding because it was sold on credit, but the items have been delivered. So the next thing is your customer's probably, well, hopefully going to come in and pay on the account. So what you can do is actually highlight the order number, and we'll copy that. And then we'll go to the home screen. So say your customer comes in later on and they want to go ahead and make a payment on that credit account. We would just go to make a sale, and we can actually hit load on the right side of the screen and just enter our order number from that credit account, and here we have it. So we see that we extended him merchandise and he took out $16 worth of credit. So now say he wants to pay that off, you can just hit pay cash, and then the customer can actually pay that $16 and settle the account. And so now you see that your customer's account has been settled and everything is even and looking good. Well, that's it. Thanks a lot for joining me, and happy selling.